Hey everybody, Surprise here. I just wanted to pop on real quick and give an extra special thanks to Major Moment. You all know by now that I've done a few interviews by now. I'm not necessarily a veteran, but I'm also not brand new. And however, I made a huge rookie mistake and just flat out forgot to hit record the first time that I interviewed them. And they were graceful and amazing enough to suggest that we do it all over again. That was all on them. And this isn't a band that I was familiar with before, as far as very many interactions online or anything. This was somebody that didn't know me and were very humble and very sweet and very amazing. So thank you, Andre and Sasha, for the interview, but especially thank you for being so cool and for doing it twice. Enjoy the interview. Have a good one. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Surprise Radio. I'm your host, Surprise, and with me is Major Moment. I'm so excited to have these guys. I'm pretty sure that it was Predipath Photography that introduced me to them. Major Moment, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey
Thank
everyone.
you. Hi.
How's everybody doing? Happy to be on the show. Thank you for having us. And shout out to Set for Tomorrow and Predipath Photography. Love those guys. We talk to them basically on a daily basis at this point. Became very good friends.
For sure. Of ours.
Yeah.
And I just want to let the viewers know, I'm just going to be candid. It's really funny because I screwed up and forgot to hit record, and Major Moment were so kind and willing to do this all over again. What's making me laugh is the fact that literally started the exact same way, almost as if we were reading from a script, and that made my night right there.
Hey, we're professionals. You know how many takes we take at the studio?
You
know how many takes we do at the studio? A lot. And they all have to be kind of the same. So
no, yeah,
that being said, we're happy to be back on the show. All right. Yeah, Set for Tomorrow, awesome guys. We got to know them because they were playing a show in New Hampshire, in Manchester. We were on that lineup as well, and they were so kind to us, and took pictures of us. And when we were playing our set, and we got to chat a bunch after their set as well. And turned out that we were playing Blue Ridge Rock Festival, and they're playing Blue Ridge Rock Festival as well. So they played at kind of our home base, and then we played at their state, which was great. And
it kind of connected us in a way that is pretty cool.
Right. I try to.
They're just cool guys as well. So.
Absolutely, yeah. They have the funniest reels on Instagram. So if you guys are not following, you're missing out. They're making fun of like everybody. They're making fun of like Bad Omens. They're making fun of themselves, which is amazing, which is very important. They're making fun of what?
I've seen them make fun of people that make fun of people. I mean, they're all in.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're making fun of Dayseeker. They're making fun of like Lorna Shore, like they're just like, they're not making fun in a bad way. Like they're making
our
fun
band names are just asking for a pun,
right, exactly.
Tomorrow, Major Moment.
Right. They're doing it.
Today is really a major moment for you.
Right.
But you're not set for tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
I was just talking to Mikey the other day, and they were filming this new music video, and they were posting stories and stuff, and it looked pretty cool. So I commented, and it's like, yeah, I'm so stoked for tomorrow. We're rebranding.
They're literally the best. And I wish everybody in like music community was as like, open-hearted and like nice to each other, like people.
They are very, 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 very good dudes.
They're very supportive.
They've opened themselves to me. They've opened themselves to everybody I've seen. They're great.
Yeah, so that doesn't go unnoticed.
So, Major Moment, tell me about some of your major influences.
So we have many actually, and
the most important one is Linkin Park,
obviously. Right, and we have many coming from different genres of music as well.
That's true.
We have a bunch of pop influences.
I like Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, Sasha always liked Backstreet Boys. I don't mind them. You know, they're
that's what like all the harmonies and
yes,
multiple
I agree.
voices. That's what it comes from.
Yep,
I feel like it's
they're doing okay. they're doing just fine. Yeah.
My boy band was Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
Yeah, that was my boy band.
Nice.
You know, a lot of people are crazy about New Kids on the Block. That was a no for me. I didn't. I cannot stand that band. Sorry, like
they weren't my thing either.
Yeah. Okay. Thank God.
I liked Color Me Bad. Okay, though I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of like Color Me Bad.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about good bands, like
good
the
bands,
ones that you like.
Yeah,
don't hate on anyone.
Also on the metal front of things, we got introduced to like heavier music when we were teenagers. Like I definitely remember Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 being one of those vessels of introducing me and video games and music kind of like being one thing. That was awesome to see. And you know, Papa Roach, Rage Against the Machine. Later there was Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I already knew about them. Powerman 5000. Those the soundtrack, and then Papa Roach was the first band I think I said, and then on the punk front as well, which I kind of didn't even know about. Like they had amazing bands as well and amazing tracks, and then on hip hop front as well. I think like Styles of Beyond were actually on it. That soundtrack was it's just legendary. Referred to as one of the best video game soundtracks ever, and that's for a reason. And I agree.
Yeah, it was a fun game to play, and it had a lot of good music.
For sure. Yeah, very fun game to play. Still is. But Linkin Park wasn't on it somehow. I don't know why that happened. They never got their track in it. But even though they weren't part of it, we kind of got introduced to it at like the age of like 13, 14, right? And like we became huge fans.
Well, they were part of movie soundtrack.
For me, that was like already at the later stage. I was already like a huge fan of Linkin Park. Still. Right. When they had a song in Transformers, or like a couple songs in different Transformers, right? Mm-hmm. But it all started like from MTV, actually, when MTV was still playing music and it was still a decent music video channel. I saw
all that love for music videos come from there.
Oh, like, for us, for sure, definitely. Story-based. We're definitely it's kind of a debate right now whether music videos are even worth making these days, because they're crazy expensive to produce. People have a lot shorter attention spans nowadays, and it's all about the short format, like 15-second reels, TikToks, something stories, like very quick reward, so to say. But I loved music videos, and I still love music videos, and that's why we're still making music videos, whether they're whether people watch them or not. For us, it kind of like almost if
well, it gives another dimension to the song.
Absolutely,
itself.
Yes.
You're translating it like lyrics in the way that you see it, but you're also trying to be like a little bit open to the concept, how people can take the message in the song. So that's the magic of it.
Right. Totally agree.
Yeah, I actually do agree with that too. That's part of why my format on my show is to do music videos, is because it's a part of the art. And I know that there's the song "Video Killed the Radio Star," but there's also absolutely the point that the music video can really enhance a song. It absolutely can. I never even paid any attention to "Freak on a Leash" by Korn until I saw the video, and that's one of the best videos that's ever been made. So Me personally,
Right.
I love videos, and that's another reason why I chose to do what I'm doing is because MTV is not what MTV was. And
Yeah,
so
sadly.
There you go.
in the vacuum that was created came Surprise Radio, which is I focus on videos because it takes a lot to go into making those videos. And I know that you made a video for the Linkin Park cover that you did, and it was a beautiful video that you could tell was absolutely paying homage to the original, and it was noticeable. It was sweet. It was fantastic, and it also let the audience know just how much you cared about Linkin Park and Chester and his music. So music videos
Special
are
thank you for
absolutely
that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
totally. And it's the best compliment, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, for us, like we were so heartbroken, we still are, from Chester's passing. We took this tragedy on a personal level, basically, because we
Well,
have a huge connection through Linkin Park as well.
that's how we met in
Yeah,
the
that's
first place.
that's the band who kind of unknowingly connected us.
Even though we
Sasha,
lived on two opposite sides of the world.
right, like Sasha was living in Russia. I was that's where we both were originally born. And so I moved here back in 2006, and then Sasha came over with a mutual friend of ours who ran like a forum when there were forums. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We were
Discord
old.
before Discord.
Exactly. So he
There
was
you go.
running those like Russian fan community forums,
Which became
about
like the
Linkin Park.
largest one
Right,
in
and they became
Russia.
the largest in the country, and so we kind of connected because I was living here already, and like I had access to like Linkin Park's newest music videos and newest albums,
Don't
like
Oh,
say
really? Is that
right
how you got her?
right away, and so like
Oh, we didn't know each other online though.
no, we
We
didn't.
only
Like,
met
there was a huge
here.
community, that tens of thousands of people, and like there was no like we never actually
No.
connected until Sasha and that friend who ran the community came over to the States, like just to visit, because they were all about traveling, like.
Yep.
Sasha being actually a ex-professional tennis player.
Yep.
Back in the day, she traveled
Back
all
in
over
the
the
day.
world.
Oh my god, it sounds so horrible.
Back in the old days.
I'm not that old, I promise.
I am, so everything's back in the day for me.
Right. That's that's what we tell each other. We're not that old, like crying
Yup.
ourselves to sleep. Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
That's right.
So they came over because they always wanted to visit the States, and like they never had a chance through tennis somehow, Sasha.
Oh, I've been invited so many times, but for some reason I always I don't know, maybe it's the travel is just too far. Even though I traveled once to Cuba for like 2 weeks, but that was
close.
that was
You made it close.
that was close.
But yeah, anyway, long story short, if that's short. So they come over here, and we kind of just chat about like Linkin Park and all of that stuff, and spend a couple days. Like
we had 3 days in Boston.
3 days in
then
Boston. Like I was
the
showing them
whole
around.
trip around the East Coast together. That was a nice trip.
Right, and then she goes home, and something was missing from my life since then, and I realized it somehow, and now we're married. And now we have a band together, which is amazing. So Linkin Park was, going back to that topic, played a huge role in our life on a personal front, on a professional front, since our music is heavily influenced by that sweet new metal sound of 2000.
Yeah.
And so that was a personal loss for us as well, when Chester passed away. So we only wanted to treat. We felt like it's a necessity to do something to honor his memory. We wanted to do music we were working on our first EP at that time. So we decided that we're just gonna add like a cover song, and we're gonna do it like in a Major Moment way. So we kind of took some liberty of like rearranging it from scratch and like adding like a sick guitar solo over it, even though Linkin Park was never about the solos, but I did say that we wanted to do it the Major Moment way. But we also took some of their arrangements and added that, like some of the original stuff that was in the studio recording, and also some of the stuff that they did live, which was different from the studio recording, and we kind of blended it all together. And from what I could tell from the fans' reaction, we did it well. We didn't drop the ball there, and for us it was the only way to kind of treat the situation, to express ourselves, to release our sorrow and like pain through music, which was always the case as well. Like that's how we
that's what we do right now.
That's what we do right now. That's what we're trying to do right now. But that's how music helped us always, like when we were growing up. It was always there. It was always an outlet for our emotions. And so now we're trying to do the same, and hopefully
give back to people.
Give back to people, and hopefully they can relate to the music the same way, to our music the same way we related to somebody's music, to Linkin Park's music, for example, other bands as well. And hopefully our music can help them to overcome the difficult moments, the dark times, the difficult moments in their life.
And if you did have a chance to tell your fans anything, be it something from one of your songs or just some advice or anything like that, what's something you would really want to make sure that you were able to tell your fans?
So one thing that when we were starting Major Moment as a band, which was just what, little short of 5 years ago, maybe it's our 5th anniversary this year. So one of the goals was to try to inspire as many people as we can via our music and via telling our story, that like we're both immigrants, we're trying to pursue this career in the most difficult business ever abroad, with an accent, without having any formal music education. I did study
without any family or any kind of
right, without family connections, we're not coming from any money or anything like that, just hard work, dedication, a lot of luck, and believing in something that you're doing. So we hope our music shows the way to some creators that might be thinking that they're not good enough or something, that might be self-doubting themselves, and like that they have a little bit of that imposter syndrome going on. Don't we all at times? And, we're just trying to show that it can all be done, it's possible.
If we can do it, you can do it as well.
Exactly. And it sounds like we've made it and we're the biggest stars in the world, but that doesn't matter. No, we're not, right? But we're getting somewhere, and we're progressing, even though it might seem like it's a slow progress, but still it's a progress. We're closing in on getting like 100,000 streams a month, which is a crazy number to me, to think that somebody listened to our songs 100,000 times. That's something, right. And like we're thankful for every person who streams our music and watches our music videos and whatever behind the scenes that we're always filming. and we're hoping that other creators will get inspired by our story as well, and take their art and turn it, and release it out there, so it's publicly available. And the biggest fear is that somebody who's super talented and that you know is maybe an amazing artist, an amazing musician, super talented, that they kind of bury themselves in self-doubt and think that they're not good enough for this. Well, they are.
Or also relying on their talent more and not doing enough work.
That's a very valid point, by the way. I like that. And that's definitely, we're also trying to prove that, perhaps maybe even hard work and dedication is superior to talent. Whatever talent is, we're still trying to find definition of that. I guess because we don't have that's why, right? If we had some, we would know. Okay.
No, yeah, your hard work definitely does show. So it's important for people to understand that it doesn't come overnight. Even my show, I'm not anything like successful. I just keep working. I just keep working, and eventually somebody will see it and they'll find their favorite band from it. And that's
Right.
why I do what I do, and you do what you do, for your reasons.
Yeah,
that's right.
absolutely.
Another point that I have that people can take away from our music is pursuing the career that you always wanted. Like if there's something that you wanted to do all your life and never started because of money, because of, I don't know, personal things, and stuff always happens all the time. So if you just let go of any fear and I don't know, the thoughts in your head, just start doing whatever you like the most. It might be the most profitable thing,
or you might lose it all, and your house and your wife.
Oh my god.
But at least
you tried.
But at least you tried. And we're leading it by example, by the way. Not that I lost my wife. Thank
I was
God
about to ask.
No, but I moved to the States, like I said, in 2006, in hopes to pursue a career in music, but I kind of got sidetracked very fast, carried away by all the bills and trying to establish myself here, as an immigrant, and then as a citizen, different jobs, started my own business, not music related. Started a second business, some money started coming in, that felt nice.
Yeah.
So moving from that comfort to a complete unknownness of starting a career in music where you lose money most of the time, felt very insecure, right? But that's something that had to be done, and I'm thankful for the life for this life that presented the opportunity for me to do such a switch. And I don't have any businesses anymore. I gave my part to my business partner, who bought me out, and which also sounds like I'm a millionaire right now, which I'm not. But that little amount of money that I had saved kind of helped me to get my toes in the water, so to speak, just from the perspective of I didn't have to go to work every day,
to go through trial and error with music business.
Right, for a couple months. And I spent just researching everything music related, creating our first EP. That definitely, took some effort from time standpoint, from the financial standpoint, took a lot of effort as well. So yeah, music business is not cheap by any means, but it can be done.
Right.
With certain level of
dedication
and just sacrifice, I guess, because there's been a lot of sacrifice lately.
So speaking of music, do you have any music coming out soon that we can look forward to?
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
You just get ready. We have 10 new songs coming at least. We have 11. Yeah. And then we have we just filmed.
We have so many songs coming out. So many new songs, we lost the count.
And then we just filmed 3 music videos in a month, which was the personal record that we won't try to beat.
No. I don't want to break that record anymore. That was a very tough month.
We're glad we did that.
Yeah.
And we have another music video that we haven't released yet that is waiting for its time. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, on Spotify, on all social media. We're pretty much everywhere.
We're trying to be everywhere.
So yeah, and stay tuned.
And it's always the good thing is like it's just the two of us who are handling all our social media accounts. We don't have any like managers or like the social media manager or anything like that. We just respond to all messages we get. At least we try to all comments. We try to like all comments and respond something if people are saying something to us and taking time out of their life to
go an extra mile and message something.
Yeah, exactly. Like we only think it's fair to like return this kindness to the person, like spend as much time out of our life as possible to just keep that connection with the fans and like supporters of our craft.
And
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You said that or I think I saw one of you post that you were releasing something every Sunday, something like that.
Oh yeah, the premiere on YouTube is coming every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Right now we already released one video that is live version of The Flood that we've recorded in the studio.
Right, we had a couple live videos saved up for a rainy day, and so now that we are preparing to actually release a bunch of new material, we decided to release like live recordings first, and
we programmed an amazing live show there, so it's worth a watch.
Right. Yeah, but a bunch of new songs are coming. We kind of took a little bit of a break that was related to the current situation in the world, us being Russian born. The past year has been very challenging, to say the least.
Very stressful.
And to know that your motherland is like attacking and bombing another peaceful country is a terrible feeling, and we're trying to do something to help the cause as much as we can, help Ukrainians, and whether it's just by spreading the word about like charities or playing like a special show, or as sad as it may sound, the current events, they also influenced our record heavily. So we were taking a break, and then all of a sudden we needed that outlet to express our pain and frustration and all the feelings. And there was definitely an overflow of emotions that we haven't felt before, which fueled some of our songs and some of our best songs to date, I think. Right, it's fair to say.
Yep.
At least we think so. Like some of our strongest from the songwriting standpoint, and from and then also like some people might like it because they tend to be a little bit on the heavier side. I know we've been asked a lot by some of the fans, like, hey guys, like, you gonna have any like heavier things? Yes.
Where are the screams?
Yes, it just took a whole war to start. for for us to go heavier. But now it's heavy.
Yeah.
Well, something
Sorry.
good came out of it then.
Yeah, exactly. Look, that's the thing. Like the such a terrible hurricane of emotions that we just needed an outlet to turn it into something positive. You know, like music was there once again for us to express ourselves and like release all that, you know, anger and yeah, I think like we have a good variety of songs that they're not all like anti-war songs in the way that they all are, but in the way that they're not about the war itself. It's also about the events that are surrounding current events and like how we feel about what's happening in our country, as well as like how we feel about what's happening inside of us, because we have like a second hand relation to this somehow now. Yeah.
And so I know that we're recording this on your birthday, and you had asked people to donate for your birthday, to donate to any Ukrainian relief funds that they could that were legitimate. And did you want to elaborate on that at all?
Yeah, totally. So Sasha actually,
that's actually my friend.
Yeah.
She organized a charity that's called Sunflower of Peace. We're doing a fundraiser. You can find it on Instagram or Facebook. Or feel free to donate to any other charity of your choice. That one, I just know that every single dollar goes into help. They're sending medical
equipment and,
packages,
supplies,
supplies to the worst places in Ukraine right now, and they're giving all, like, they posting on social media whatever they can. So I know for sure that the help is there. So any dollar counts, and yeah, it's nice. It's nice to give back at least something, and we vocalize our position very clearly to
right.
I don't know, to just make ourselves feel a little bit better, maybe to maybe change minds of some Russians,
that's
because
the thing.
there's
Like,
definitely a lot of propaganda right now.
Right.
And
like we don't know how much we can help, but we're definitely trying to help. Like we played a show that was like scheduled way before the war started, and like normally we wouldn't go and play that show, but we decided that we're gonna still play it and turn it into an anti-war performance, spray painted like no war in English and Russian across white t-shirts we wore. And
yeah, it was probably the hardest show that we've played
it
far.
was very challenging. Yeah, but every dollar that we raised from our merch sales that night, we turned to, you know, to the non-profit organizations helping people in Ukraine right now, and we were able, with the help of fans, to raise over $1,500 at this point, which is not much, but it's something, and we're trying to help this year as well, and that's why we have a donation link up on our Instagram. You can go there, and that definitely goes towards the right cause, because we personally know the person who's behind this organization.
It's like you said, every dollar does help.
Absolutely.
Moment, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was an absolute pleasure, and I had a really good time.
Thank you for having us.
That was
Everybody,
amazing.
I hope that y'all have a good one.
Bye.